Government who's worked tirelessly to ensure that Ukraine prevails and Putin fails.
Around the country, ACT voters are heading to the polls today to elect a new government for the territory. The ACT Labor Greens government has been in power for 16 years and are facing a reinvigorated Liberal opposition. Meantime, 150,000 voters in North Sydney are casting their votes in by-elections for 3 seats in the New South Wales government. And in the NT, the Masters Games is in its final day in Alice Springs, with athletes competing in the triathlon, mountain biking, netball, golf and Aussie Nines. Damaging weather conditions are due to ease in parts of the country, but the risk remains of major thunderstorms in the east. David Cameron reports.
Showers and storms are set to linger around Australia's east coast over the weekend, following days of wild weather in several parts of Australia. Western New South Wales, central Victoria and South Australia have been battered by damaging winds, heavy rain and large hailstones. The storms prompted severe weather warnings, caused power outages and led to hundreds of calls to state emergency services. Further severe weather is possible as a cold front moves across the country from the west.
Beaches across Sydney have reopened for the weekend after a clean-up to remove thousands of tar-like black balls that washed ashore. The Environmental Protection Authority have determined the balls are made up of fatty acids, cleaning and cosmetic chemicals mixed with fuel oil. Beachgoers are asked to report any ball sightings to a lifeguard. It is still not known where the balls came from. In sport, New Zealand have sailed to within a point of retaining the America's Cup, twice outclassing their British challengers to take a 6-2 lead in the first of 7 series off Barcelona. Port Adelaide has jumped above St Kilda into the AFLW's top 8 with a 15-point victory over the Saints.
National Radio News, produced by Charles Sturt University, the Community Radio Network, and supported by the Community Broadcasting Foundation.
Going on the air in 5, 4, 3, 2. Transmitting now.
The Brad and Kiara Show.
On Triple H 100.1 FM.
The next few moments, you are going to forget everything you ever learned about gravity.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's the Brad and Kiara Show. On Triple H 100.1 FM.
3, 2, 1.
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound, we fell in love as the leaves turn brown, and we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in the summer,
What a way to say Ayubo. And from Sydney, Australia, that's Calvin Harris with a bit of summer, and it's predicted that it's going to be one of the hottest summers, according to what I read. I'm not sure whether they're reshuffling these old articles again or whether it's actually going to be one of those really annoying summers. But so far, one thing is for sure, it's been a bit cold. The hoodies and the beanies are still out here and there. They've seen a lot of rain, hail, thunderstorms, as of course this week progressed, including of course showers like there's no tomorrow in Sri Lanka. It's very unpredictable as to what's going on, but sure hope things are good no matter where you are, as of course we kick things off from Sydney, Australia. Are you Bowen? And welcome to the Brad and Kiara show.
I think it's always good to expect the unexpected these days, and that's what people are doing, because you just never know. Even if you walk out of your house, most people just take a umbrella just in case, because it could be one of those days where there could be a downpour. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, we hope you've had a fantastic week. We're here to entertain you during this weekend with some great music and, of course, as usual, some fantastic stuff to talk about as well. You can connect with us as well to let us know how things are going wherever you are tuning in from. But all that and more coming up today on the Brad and Kiara show.
And coming up today on the show, we got highlights connecting the Friendship Cup, which concluded in Sydney. Ranga Thodahewa, the secretary connecting the black and gold of Sydney. That is, of course, DSN Anarchy College. Ash Guruge, a live via in the Sri Lankan community from Nalanda College, who was part of the Nalanda cricket team. We also got Sean Gunasekara, who captains St. Thomas's College, as well as Yahan Gunaratna, who is the president of the Nalanda OBU here in Sydney, Australia. He too was part of the team, and the main organizer Lasat Karandenia from the Richmond Mahinda OBA. They'll all be on the show telling us about that great day. Details coming up as always as we connect you with, of course, these great Sri Lankan events that take place in Sydney, Australia.
Time for more music. You hear her songs everywhere you go. Here is Sabrina Carpenter with Please, Please, Please.
I know I have good judgment. I know I have good taste. It's funny and it's ironic that only I feel that way. I promise them that you're different, and everyone makes mistakes, but just don't. I heard that you're an actor, so act like a stand-up guy. Whatever devil's inside you, don't let him out tonight. I tell them it's just your culture, and everyone rolls their eyes. Yeah, I know. All I'm asking, baby, please, 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 don't prove I'm right. Please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me. Please, please, please. I have a fun idea, babe. Maybe just stay inside. I know you're craving some fresh air, but the ceiling fan is so nice, and we could live so happily if no one knows that you're with me. I'm just kidding, but really, 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 please, 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 don't prove I'm right. Please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me. Please, please, please.
best tunes over the weekend, as always, from Sydney, Australia. You are listening to the Brad and Kiara Show. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up on the show, we also got details connecting David Rasaya, who's going to tell us all about Trek for Ceylon and, of course, how they plan to conquer Mount Everest. We'll touch on that, of course, as they plan to head towards the base camp. That is to happen very soon. That's coming up in the next few days. Kalinga Vijayawardena, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales, will be on the show telling us about their big event on this weekend. That's right, on Saturday the 19th. It's all happening, connecting the Sri Lankan community. It is a dinner dance featuring Ebony from Melbourne as well as Alston Cock, who's going to perform. It should be one fantastic night. We got details on that event. Chef Vinny from the Hunter region, Vinura De Silva, is going to be our special guest today, talking about Sri Lankan food. Yep, that segment is back after a long time. Kesara Jayasuriya, the president of the RCOBA in New South Wales and ACT, will also tell us about the Royal College Committee and, of course, a bit about the Royal College OBA here in Sydney and ACT. Plus, if we have time, we'll squeeze in Alankika Paranavithana. She's behind another big event that is to happen next weekend in Sydney, and she's due to give us that update. The Colombo Night Met Gala. The details coming up today on the show.
I was having a look at this post where there were a lot of opinions about a question that was posed. And the question that was asked was, how long is too long to stand in line for something? You know, where people go for like restaurants or for certain events, or maybe they go sightseeing and there's a long line. When you see the line, what actually, is the deciding factor for you to go, yep, it's fine, I'm going to stand in line, or just turn around and just walk off? So a lot of people had different experiences and different points of view. If it was you, what would you do?
It obviously depends on what that line is for. So depending on that, if it's something I really want to, I really don't mind standing there until I actually get what I need.
Yeah.
But if it's something that I can, pass off and not really worry too much about, maybe, 5-10 minutes max, like, getting into a restaurant or something like that, unless it's that favorite restaurant with that Sri Lankan delicious vatalapang dessert that they're going to serve, something like Mumbai Mutai, I will stand there the whole day.
Yes.
But it depends. It depends.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what a lot of people had said. I think the top answer was that if it was free and if it was something like a once-in-a-lifetime experience and something of, that you really wanted to do, then yes, maybe up to an hour, most people would be happy standing in line for. But others said, unless you're a foodie and you're really going into a restaurant where it's sort of like a special offer or something, that would be when most people would be standing in line.
Right now on the show, it's time for us to take you into a movie. This one is called A Dog's Purpose. It's based on a book which was converted into a movie in 2017.
Now, I know there are quite a few famous people in this movie like Britt Robertson and KJ Apa, but for me, the main reason I really love this movie is because of Josh Gad and the voicing he does on the different types of dogs.
Every dog happens for a reason. A Dog's Purpose.
The Box Office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
What is the meaning of life? Are we here for a reason? Is there a point to any of this? And why does food taste so much better in the trash? This was me, and then this was me. Then I came back as this little guy. A lot of lives for one dog to live, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the beginning.
I'm a new soul.
For me, it all began with a boy. His name was Ethan.
Bailey, 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 Bailey.
My name was Bailey, 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 Bailey.
The Box Office 30. Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next?
It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself. Don't act like you ain't helped me pull that bottle off.
What's next?
Try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara,
What's next? From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Hi guys, I'm Kalinga Vijayawardena, the President of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. On the Brad and Kiara show, we are having a dinner dance on the 19th of October 2024 at the Waterview at the Sydney Olympic Park. It's a Saturday and all are welcome, and the flyer is on eLanka and I will be distributing it widely. So we have a band from Melbourne, Ebony, coming here to play, plus Alston Cock, who Sri Lankans of a certain vintage will know has been the only Sri Lankan singer who has reached the level of a superstar and has got several gold records, which is $1 million selling records. He'll be performing at our dance. So please keep that date free, 19th of October 2024, and please come and support us. Keep listening to Brad and Kiara for more details, because I'll be releasing some more exciting news about that event. I'm Kalinga Vijayawardena, the President of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
She walks into the Thunder environment, and in every single WBBL match, she walks out there and dominates with the bat, but also with the ball, and her leadership was outstanding. As you may have heard, we've got some exciting news for the upcoming WBBL season. Hey, it's Trent Copeland, the General Manager of the Sydney Thunder, on the Brad and Kiara Show.
This is Triple H FM, and you're listening to the Brad and Kiara Show, talking to you about all things Sri Lankan, and of course, making sure you have a great start to your weekend.
As always, it's your chance to get all the details connecting those great events with the very best in music. We do this every single Saturday morning between 7 and 9 on Sydney's Triple H 100.1 FM.
And if you haven't visited our website, it is www.triplehfm.com.au. It has all the details on all the shows, and of course, the playback options you can listen to as well.
Soon.
Exploring beautiful Sri Lanka. Magical Sri Lanka. Discover paradise.
Good morning, Hornsby and Karinga. I'm Attila.
And I'm Zay.
And we're from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. And this is the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM. And Sri Lanka is our favorite country that we have been to.
Ella, Kandy, Sigiriya, Marissa Beach, and Colombo.
From the beaches to the mountains and everything in between, it is an incredible country to explore, and the very diverse landscapes from all around. I'm Attila.
And I'm Zay.
And we're from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
And we run a travel channel on YouTube called Attila and Zay.
Soon.
Exploring the very best of beautiful Sri Lanka. Magical Sri Lanka.
Hey Sydney, this is DJ Mass, and I've got some exciting news for you. I'm gonna be in Sydney this Saturday for the Candy DJ Remix Night. DJ Mass and friends, we're gonna join a massive group for a huge party in Glebe, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure to be there. Once again, Candy Remix Night. I'll see you guys there, Sydney, this Saturday. DJ Mass.
Hey guys, this is DJ Mass, and you are listening to Brad and Kiara.
Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers complete thousands of search and rescue missions every year. Before you go boating, take a few simple steps to stay safer on the water. Make sure everyone on board is wearing a life jacket. Maintain your boat and ensure you have enough fuel. Check the weather. Log on with the Marine Rescue app or VHF Channel 16 so we can keep watch for your safe return. Marine Rescue New South Wales. Volunteers saving lives on the water.
Is your kitchen looking dreary? Does the idea of renovating your kitchen fill you with dread? Well, our mum and dad can help you. Their business, Sensational Kitchens, has been helping people like you design and build the most sensational kitchens you could imagine since 2017. You should go visit them at the showroom at 987 Pacific Highway, Pymble. Or check out the website sensationalkitchens.com.au and book in a free in-home design consultation. Sensational Kitchens, turning dream kitchens into reality since 2017. Triple H station sponsor.
Hello. How are you doing today? My name is Sashenka. Ayubo one to you. I'm Shanik. We host the #1 kids radio show, Kids Power Play, every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. right here on Triple H. So remember to tune in and be a part of our most wanted radio show, a show done by kids for kids.
The best kids radio show, Kids Power Play. Connect with Brad and Kiara on their WhatsApp global line today. +6147 9191 883. It's the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
Hey, good morning to you. I'm Shani. And I'm Sashenka. We host Kids Power Play today at 1 o'clock right here on Triple H. But right now, you are listening to the Brad and Kiara Show. The best way to start your weekend.
You ready for this?
Doors unlocked.
Now back to the Brad and Kiara Show.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Hi, it's Lankika for the Brad and Kiara Show. Come join us at the Colombo Night Met Gala 2024 on the 26th of October from 6:30 p.m. at the Epping Club, organized by the University of Colombo Alumni Association of New South Wales. All funds raised will be going into the Sustainable Scholarship Scheme for financially challenged students of University of Colombo. Don't forget, 26th of October at the Epping Club from 6:30 p.m. Search Colombo Night Met Gala 2024 for more details. See you there. It's Lankika for the Brad and Kiara Show.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Hey guys, I'm Angelo Matthews on the Brad and Kiara Show.
This is the Brad and Kiara Show.
The biggest 90s live right here on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Backtrack. 1996.
Doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do. And you don't mean to be cruel. You never even knew about the heartache I've been going through. Well, I try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do, I know all the games you play, and I'm gonna find a way to let you know that you'll be mine someday. 'Cause we could be happy, can't you see? If you'd only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me. 'Cause I try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do, I don't ask a lot, but I know one thing's for sure. It's the love I haven't got, girl, and I just can't take it anymore. Cause we could be happy, can't you see? If you'd only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me. 'Cause it hurts me so just to see you go around with someone new. And if I know you're doing that thing every day, just doing that thing, I can't take you doing that thing you do.
Talk about feel-good music from the 90s over the weekend right here on the Brad and Kiara Show. Now, it is that moment on the show where we talk about cricket and, of course, what went down last week.
Yes.
Not international cricket, but the next best thing to international cricket, which is Brad Stevens
Neighborhood
in the middle.
cricket.
Him again. What is this? This is not neighborhood cricket. Or like putting it down to the street level. It is better than that. There are designated grounds with, nice bouncy wickets and, people coming to watch. And I'm there in the middle of it. So, anyway, now this is the first two-day game that I got to play. Now, the way they play two-day games is every consecutive Saturday. So,
Yes.
the first Saturday was last weekend. And for my bad luck, our captain lost the toss
Yes.
and couldn't decide anything because the other guy decided to bat first. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord, this is not going to go down well again. I need to stand and feel, and I'm going to be breathless by the time I need to bat. Somehow, our guys did the unthinkable and bowled out the opposition for 234 runs, which is good, apparently, according to what I'm told. But, of course, a mammoth score, which kind of opened the door for, just over 20 overs. And that was not the best time to go and bat. 20 overs is like, the time you send the night watchman or try to survive. But 20 overs is a long period. So, interestingly, we have a star batsman who's, continuously getting like hundreds and 90s. And he was like, I prefer not to come in today. I prefer to come in on the next day.
He can call the shots,
He can call the shots, clearly, because he's getting the run. So, now, because of that, or maybe the captain decided that I'm good at it, I was given my number 2 spot again after going in at number 6. So, I never thought I would have to bat. But suddenly, to my horror, one after the other, these guys are getting out. So, now suddenly I land in the middle with about 15 overs to go. And then the captain is screaming from the other side, stay there. And now, while I'm going on, living into my potential, I used to be known as a Lel back at St. Joseph's when we played cricket, because I was very slow to get things going. So this is that moment where I decided the Lel may come back, and I frustrated the opposition so badly that I forgot to score. And by the end of probably about 10-15 overs, I managed to, I didn't even get over 5 runs, but I held on to one side while the others kept on losing wickets. We ended up losing 5 for 51, and this weekend I go back to bat. Hopefully I'll get more than at least another 5 and get into double figures. But it was better than getting out for a duck. So, ladies and gentlemen, Brad Stevens is feeling a lot of confidence and hoping to score at least a 50. That is the idea. Let's wait and see as to how, of course, this weekend unfolds. Brad's cricketing experience. The episodes will always continue on the Brad and Kiara show.
I have a friend whose husband is also playing cricket, and she was talking about the fact that they play cricket on the Saturday, and then from Sunday to Thursday you hear all about the cricket pretty much on repeat. And then Friday,
come with a basket with some fruits and come and cheer, for God's sakes, without finding fault in these things. This is the problem with Kiara. Everything is a problem. Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying what we should now do is maybe get some production people in to do like a proper segment with an intro and an extra for you.
That is a very good idea. That is exactly what I would like to do. I'll probably get Matthews to voice that for me, which will make it even better. Ladies and gentlemen, I got some help.
You got a lot of nerve, don't you, baby? I only hit the curb 'cause you made me. You're telling all your friends that I'm crazy, like I'm the only one. Why'd you throw them stones if you had a wild hell you wanted to? Living in your big glass house with the view. I thought you knew I had some help. It
feel-goods, catchy music as always right here on the Brad and Kiara show. And I badly needed a lot of help after the game. This is becoming like a routine, unfortunately. I'm not sure why. While, of course, playing that game, I had to stop this boundary. It looked like, Roshan Mahanama stopping a ball. At least I thought it felt like that. But the problem is, after the game, you can like drive back home and then suddenly your calf is paining, your thigh is paining, your hip is gone for a 6. The next morning you can't walk properly. And Monday, in fact, I couldn't even move properly. It was just crazy. So I think my muscles are now changing. They're kind of getting used to this new routine of moving, which apparently never happened for a long time. So we are doing things and we're challenging the system. But of course, a lot of food intake is what I need. So I'm working on my diet as well these days, because I've realized that, if it goes on for about 4 hours, the last couple of hours, I can't even stand straight. So working on that. Now, that's of course the unprofessional to become professional players story. Right now, let's get into the professional players from some leading schools in Sri Lanka, connecting the Friendship Cup. Now, right now on the show, we got Sean Gunasekara, who captained St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia, the OBA team for the Friendship Cup in Sydney, as well as Yahan Gunaratna, who's the president of the Naland OBU in Sydney, Australia. He was also part of the playing 11. We got them on the show and asked them about that experience to represent their schools here in Sydney, Australia.
Sydney's Most Wanted, the Brad and Kiara Show. Highlights from another great community event.
Sean Gunasekara, captaining St. Thomas's College here at the Friendship Cup 2024 on the Brad and Kiara Show. Yeah, no, it's been awesome, to be honest. Not just the boys from St. Thomas's, but to sort of mingle with the other schools that you don't normally get to mingle with. It's been a great experience. Behind that, Richmond, they've sort of set up a very nice event with music, food. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves, so it's been fantastic. Yeah.
So I'm Yahan Gunratna from Nalanda College OBA. We officially go as Nalandits in Sydney. I'm the president for our organization as well, and also representing the cricket team on the Brad and Kiara show. I think it's a good day for cricket. I think we've got 11 schools representing Friendship Cup 2024. I think it's a nice atmosphere and it's a good day for cricket.
Sydney's Most Wanted, the Brad and Kiara Show. Highlights from another great community event.
Thank you so much, Sean and Yahan, for talking to us. It was obvious that everyone was having a fantastic time on the day. And of course, if there are any great events happening around you, let us know. We'd love to be there if we can. And of course, promote the details and talk about it on the show as well.
This is the Brad and Kiara show, where we love talking about everything that counts over the weekends. And right now, let's take you into another fantastic movie. Put together on a budget of $55 million US, this one ended up collecting over $300 million. It runs for 117 minutes and it stars a father and son.
That's right. It is Jaden Smith's debut movie where he plays Will Smith's son. This movie is based on the best-selling 2006 memoir as well. And another interesting fact, if you didn't know, Will Smith was nominated for an Oscar and a Golden Globe for Best Actor. This is The Pursuit of Happiness.
The box office 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
I met my father for the first time when I was 28 years old. When I had children, my children were going to know who their father was.
Yeah. Chris Gardner was doing his best.
We don't need two.
We don't need one.
Maybe next quarter. It's possible.
But his best wasn't enough.
Man, I got two questions for you. What do you do and how do you do it?
I'm a stockbroker.
Stockbroker. Oh.
I need the rent. I can't wait anymore. I need you out of here in the morning.
You got to trust me, all right?
I trust you.
Because I'm getting a better job.
The box office 30. Today's big birthdays.
It is a very popular weekend for birthday celebrations, and if you are celebrating yours, we wish you all the very best. And along with you, it happens to be the birthdays of these famous people. Kamala Harris celebrates her birthday this weekend. So does Snoop Dogg. So does actor John Krasinski, as well as, if you are a fan of the Lord of the Rings series, Viggo Mortensen, who plays the character of Aragorn, celebrates his birthday this weekend. Not forgetting some more famous people who happen to be born this weekend, and they happen to be let me get my screen up. Boxer Floyd Mayweather celebrates his birthday this weekend. And also, if you remember these people from movies such as The Greatest Showman, Rebecca Ferguson, she was in one of the Mission Impossible movies as well.
Which one is this?
I think it's Rogue Nation. She was in that one.
I'm going back to The Greatest Showman.
She's a famous singer that they hire. Yes, yes. That's her. And also, Jon Favreau, who plays the character of Happy in the Iron Man series, celebrates his birthday this weekend as well. And most people love this guy. John Lithgow celebrates his birthday this weekend. He played the lead character in Third Rock from the Sun.
Which one?
Is he Dick Solomon?
Yes. My man, he's my friend. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's indeed a good moment, a good memory indeed. We got more big birthdays, ladies and gentlemen. Along with Dick, we got Chandi Dharmaratna, who celebrates her birthday this weekend. Dimitri Gunatilaka, Heshani Mutalif in Dubai. Yes. A good friend of Kiara celebrates her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Shafika Gunasekara, Sarita Rajaratnam, Netmi Costa, Rochelle Moses, Shireen Desan Naik. We got Hiran Amarachi. We got Manuja Pereira, Yeheni Dias, Asha Tenakun. We got Roshan Mendes. Let's continue with the list. Mathika Devasiri from St. Joseph's College. Happy birthday to you, buddy. Zamani Nasim, Hiru Fernando, Ranga Fernando, Marianne David from, of course, the morning paper. We also got Hiran Marachi. Let me continue with more names. Dilshan Madhuka. We have Manoj Alves, Dom Vaso, who's one of a radio personality here in Sydney. We got Sanatha Udaya Wansa, Danushka D. Alves. We have Sandaru Maduranga. Nuan Pradeep, the Sri Lankan fast bowler, celebrates his birthday. We also have another page that I need to get into. Michael Hennessy from Cricket Australia. He's been on the show so many times. Happy birthday to you, Michael, part of the ICC as well. We also got Roshan Patinath, who celebrates his birthday. Very popular, connecting the bends in Sydney. We got Ashane Marasinghe, not forgetting Eranda Ramidu, Prasanna Anthony, and finally Leslie Vera Cohn in Colombo. Happy birthday to you from the Brad and Kiara show. If you know any of them, please do call and wish them and tell them that you heard this right here on the Brad and Kiara show.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to the Brad and Kiara show.
Hi everyone, I'm Shihara Vimalaratna, President of the Past Pupils Association of Holy Family Convent, Banglapetia. Get to know more about HFC PPA in Sri Lanka right here on the Brad and Kiara show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara show.
Sri Lankan events in Australia.
Hey guys, I'm Ladit Guerrero. I'm president of the Ojos in New South Wales, Sydney. Well, our Christmas get-together has been a key event right throughout the years, and everybody in our membership looks forward to it. It's a typical family event where we look forward to all the Josephians coming with their wives and kids and entertained by their Santa Claus, and of course we start off with the traditional carols. That's for about 1 hour, and it's happening on 30th of November, and we are really looking forward to seeing all our members. With our cricketing events and sporting events, we have got more younger people joining for our events, so then I want to see all the families joining together, and of course there'll be sumptuous food, and of course there'll be a band playing who are called Cascade, and it'll be at Thornley Community Centre, and it's on 30th of November 2024. For more details, keep listening, and I'm sure Brad will give you more information. I'm Ladit Guerrero. I'm president of the Ojos in New South Wales.
Sri Lankan events in Australia.
We hear about it, but Singo's Meats does something about it. Singo is easing the cost of living by filling fridges, freezers and bellies with sliced grain-fed Black Angus boneless sirloin. Just $28.99 a kilo. 3 kilos of Aussie tiger prawns, $60 a box. Extra large satay chicken kebabs, $1 each. And chicken breast fillets, only $7.99 a kilo. Singo's Meats, Barara Shopping Village, Triple H station sponsor.
Well, hello there. You've tuned into your local community radio station, Triple H, broadcasting on the 100.1 FM frequency to residents of Hornsby and Ku-ring-gai areas. FM stands for fine music, and speaking of which, tune into my program, Pasquale Presents, from 12 noon each Saturday here on Triple H 100.1 FM, or listen online at www.triplehfm.com.au. with rare historical recordings and famous snippets thrown in for fun and free. Come and see what the fuss is all about at 12 noon each Saturday here on Triple H 100.1 FM. Catch you then. Bye.
Switch on.
The Brad and Kiara Show.
My name is Ashwini. You're listening to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hello, my name is Ovindi, and you are listening to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey Sydney, I'm Shania on the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
The Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
Let's take you into a movie, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky's to Nikki. This is a fantastic one. If you haven't watched it, well, Zac Efron together with, of course, the man himself, John Cena. They star in this one. It runs for 114 minutes. It's a movie that opened in March earlier this year.
The box office 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
You know, all we did was tell one lie.
Hundreds and hundreds of times over many, many years.
If the truth does come out, my marriage is over.
What if we hire an actor to play Stanicki?
X-rated rock and roll impersonator.
I do a whole act, wall-to-wall, top-to-bottom, jizz jam.
This is a really bad idea.
I want you to admit that Ricky Stanicki does not exist.
Hey!
This is Ted Summerhays, my boss.
Ted, nice to meet you. Digging the suit and the seedlings, man.
The seedlings.
The hair plugs, they're new, right?
This is my hair. We're gonna lose our jobs.
The box office 30 today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next? What's next?
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next?
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hello everyone, I'm David Rasaya from the UK on the Brad and Kiara Show. I'm part of Trek for Ceylon, which is a registered charity in Australia and has charitable status in the UK, Canada and Sri Lanka. 4 riders from the UK, including myself, will in November be trekking for 10 days to Everest Base Camp to raise funds for mental health awareness in Australia and to restore St. Luke's Methodist Mission Hospital in Puttur, Sri Lanka. Get to know all about this right here with Brad and Kiara. I'm David Rasaya from the UK on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
She walks into the Thunder environment, and in every single WBBL match, she walks out there and dominates with the bat, but also with the ball, and her leadership was outstanding. As you may have heard, we've got some exciting news for the upcoming WBBL season. Hey, it's Trent Copeland, the General Manager of the Sydney Thunder on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
So I think that developing your own study style as early as possible during your kind of learning journey is really important. I'm Jasmine. I was recognized as a high achiever in the Sri Lankan Association of New South Wales on the Brad and Kiara Show.
This is the change that people back home are yearning for as well. The openness, the freedom, and the ability to be able to do what we are best able to do. Sri Lanka as a country has so much talent, so much potential. Hey guys, I'm Aubrey Joachim, former global president of SEMA in the UK, and globally I should say. And I'm here with you on the Brad and Kiara Show.
But it also made me really realize how I needed to keep myself accountable in terms of doing my work. And again, having that growth mindset. Hi, my name is Zafishan Rihanuddin. I was recognized as a high achiever at the Sri Lankan Association of New South Wales event 2024 on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Backtrack 2002.
playing you anthems from back in the day, from the year 2002. This indeed was one of those huge songs, not just the music, but of course the dance that went with it. Got, of course, a lot of people excited, if you can remember. If you just tuned in, good morning to you. You're listening to the Brad and Kiara show. And something that, of course, caught my eye earlier this week is the fact that the Asian giants, India, Pakistan and Sri Lanka, the women's teams could not even get into the semi-finals, which is rare. Did not see that coming, but that's exactly what happened, especially with the Sri Lankan ladies' side. I was expecting them to take it right to the end, but unfortunately, well, the plan didn't, work out that well for us. But hopefully, next time round, Shamari and team will, of course, do the needful, and we'll need a bit of luck as always, and hopefully that will be with us next time round.
Speaking of ladies and games, well, I found this interesting article of ABC News around this report that is conducted by Australia Plays, which is basically a survey, I suppose, as well as a report on gaming, as in video gaming. Okay. Generally, when you say video gaming, you always think that the highest proportion of people who do them tend to be younger people or males predominantly. But Australia Plays 2023 report actually showed that 48% of Australian gamers were women, the highest proportion observed since the research series started nearly 20 years ago. And also, their survey found that after the age of 55, women play video games more than men.
After the age of?
55. Oh. Which is great. Probably because, they've pretty much looked after everybody else, and now it's time. They've got a lot of me time available, maybe. But one of the things that this article talked about as well was the fact that back in the day, video games, and when it came to, female portrayal of video games, it was generally around, the female needed to be saved or just having a certain look where it was more enticing for men. Whereas now in the video games, it's more around, the female warrior plays the lead and the person who sort of takes charge of things or solves the problems and whatnot. So it's more enticing for females.
Just what my mother wanted to hear. Now she just might get into gaming. That's the last thing I need. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with those feel-good tunes right here on the Brad and Kiara show.
It's fine. It's cool. You can say that we are nothing, but you know the truth. And guess I'm the fool with their arms out like an angel through the car sunroof. I don't want to call it off.
right? I just love her music. It's so high energy and just, the type of music you can just dance along to. It's just fantastic. I'm a huge fan.
Clearly, of course, a lot of our listeners too. The feedback we got on this song has been incredible. As a result, it makes it back to the playlist this week. If you just tuned in, good morning to you. The Sri Lankan netball team earlier this week left for India. This is, of course, to take part in the championship, the Asian Netball Championship, which kicked off on the 17th, is due to go on till the 27th. And if you didn't know, this is something I did not know, Sri Lanka, the defending champions, after winning both in 2018 and 2022, are now aiming to make it 3 in a row. So let's hope that the Sri Lankan netball team can do just that. They met with the Sri Lankan Prime Minister, Dr. Harini Amarasuriya, earlier this week before leaving for Bangalore, India. We take this opportunity to wish the Sri Lankan netball team all the very best. This is at the Asian Netball Championship, which is currently on.
And right now on the show, we are featuring someone who's doing a fantastic job in promoting Sri Lankan food and, of course, highlighting everything that it has to offer. Here is Chef Winnie from the Hunter Valley.
That smells delicious.
Exploring Sri Lankan food.
Hi, my name is Vinod De Silva, fondly known as Chef Winnie in the Hunter Valley. Moved to Australia in 2019 on the Brad and Kiara show. And I've introduced a Sri Lankan inspired dining experience into the Hunter Valley, which has become a destination fondly known as the hidden gem of the valley, the best kept secret. Sri Lankan food is my comfort food. As much as I'm with all the finest meat, proteins, techniques, and the restaurants around, this cuisine will never leave my body. And that is something which, as chefs, we do something called a staff meal at the end of the shift. And that was also another thing where, gave me the opportunity to let my staff taste what the flavors. Well, the first few days, of course, they had a red face because of the spice level. And it took a bit of time to, balance it, to get the right colors and, incorporate different spices just to get those things. But I would say a good chicken curry and dal curry would be the go-to at all times. And there's nothing else that's better than those two very simple Sri Lankan dishes.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Connecting the community like no other radio show. The Brad and Kiara Show.
So for any parent that's ever had a child go through hospital, you will notice that they have these IV drips, these heart monitors, these wires and tubes that are connected to them. It's very hard for parents to change their child when they have all these things connected. And no parent's going to touch them because they don't want to tamper with anything that is inserted into their child's arm or chest. So what we've come up with is a garment that makes it easier to bypass all these wires and tubes by creating a medical garment. But because they're for children, we want to inject a bit of imaginative play. We want to be able to really help them find their inner superhero by giving them a superhero costume. They can then essentially impersonate that character and give them a bit of, a psychological edge. They can feel a bit more brave and a little bit more courageous. So it's called the Super Tea Project. You just need to visit us at Super Tea, that's super as in Superman, TEE.org.au. We're a registered charity. You can check out what the Super Tea looks like, and you can help bring some strength through imagination to these kids in hospital. Hi everyone, my name is Jason Satiris, and I'm the co-founder of the Super Tea, a medical garment disguised as a superhero costume given to very sick kids in hospital. And you are listening to Triple H, 100.1 FM, the Brad and Kiara Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Connecting the community like no other radio show. The Brad and Kiara Show. Promoting and encouraging volunteering. The Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey guys, my name is Bev Jordan and I'm Community Coordinator with the Hills Relay for Life, and it's so great to be on the Brad and Kiara Show. Volunteering is the most amazing thing I've ever done. I've been a volunteer for many, many decades, from being a teenager, I think. And the important thing about volunteering is not just about giving back to your community, which is a huge thing, but you meet the most amazing people and see the most amazing things and get involved in making a difference. And I have found that if you want to meet good people and new people, volunteer. It's the best thing you can do. It's good for the community, but it's good for your soul. Hey guys, my name is Bev Jordan and I'm Community Coordinator with the Hills Relay for Life, and it's so great to be on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Promoting and encouraging volunteering. The Brad and Kiara Show.
Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers complete thousands of search and rescue missions every year. Before you go boating, take a few simple steps to stay safer on the water. Make sure everyone on board is wearing a life jacket. Maintain your boat and ensure you have enough fuel. Check the weather. Log on with the Marine Rescue app or VHF Channel 16 so we can keep watch for your safe return. Marine Rescue New South Wales. Volunteers saving lives on the water.
Is your kitchen looking dreary? Does the idea of renovating your kitchen fill you with dread? Well, our mum and dad can help you. Their business, Sensational Kitchens, has been helping people like you design and build the most sensational kitchens you could imagine since 2017. You should go visit them at the showroom at 987 Pacific Highway, Pymble. Or check out the website sensationalkitchen.com.au and book in a free in-home design consultation. Sensational Kitchens, turning dream kitchens into reality since 2017. Triple H station sponsor.
This is your Triple H News Update, proudly brought to you from the studios of National Radio News.
National Radio News. Good morning, I'm Rebecca Watsco. The royal visit to Australia is entering its first full day today. King Charles and Queen Camilla arrived in Sydney last night for a 5-day tour. As the pair take part in a number of engagements, the Republic movement is arguing there is a model for an Australian head of state. The proposal was put to the Australian people in 1999 when a majority rejected an alteration to the Constitution. Co-chair of the Australian Republic movement, Esther Analitis, says there is now a consistent model the movement is adopting.
There is a model called the Australian Choice Model that the Australian Republic movement developed just a few years ago as the result of really extensive national consultations and, of course, the involvement of constitutional scholars. And that is on our website for everyone to see as a discussion starter.
More than 120,000 people have already cast their vote in the ACT election as polling day officially arrives. Laura Devoy reports.
Canberrans will head to the polls today to determine which party will govern the nation's capital. There are 5 electorates with 5 candidates elected to represent each. Labor has been in power for 6 terms and Chief Minister Andrew Barr is looking to win a 7th. The party has been in a sharing arrangement with the Greens for the past 16 years. Opposition leader Elizabeth Lee wants to end the Liberals' 23 years in opposition. There are also 20 independent candidates. The polls will close at 6 p.m. when counting will begin.
Health experts have noted a concerning rise in Mpox cases in Australian women. 152 cases have already been recorded this year, compared to only 26 last year. The disease has mostly affected men who have sex with men, but there's been a surge in cases found among women through heterosexual transmission. Public health expert at Monash Health, Professor Rhonda Stewart, told the ABC people need to look out for the warning signs.
People who have any symptoms at all, if they're sexually active, should head to their GP, get a test, so that they know what's going on, so they don't spread it onwards to other people.
Overseas, South Korea's spy agency has said North Korea has sent about 1,500 special forces to Russia's Far East, where they're being trained, apparently ahead of being deployed in the war against Ukraine. The BBC's Will Vernon has more.
There's been reports of North Korean engineers being killed on the battlefield, Western officials saying that perhaps half of all artillery shells fired by Russia are supplied by North Korea, and now this information today from South Korean intelligence that perhaps 1,500 special forces troops from North Korea are being trained in Russia, and they say that 13,000 containers of arms have been shipped from Pyongyang to Russia to be used on the battlefield there since August 2023. Now that's a huge amount of arms.
Sydney beaches have reopened after a clean-up to remove thousands of tar-like black balls that washed ashore. David Cameron reports.
The Environmental Protection Authority says the balls are made up of fuel oil mixed with chemicals normally found in cleaning and cosmetic products. Coogee, Maroubra and Clovelly beaches have been cleared to reopen today after Bondi and several others reopened yesterday. The cause of the deluge of black balls that began washing up on Coogee Beach earlier this week remains unknown. Beachgoers are asked to report any sightings to a lifeguard.
To sport, and in the NBL, the Sydney Kings have beaten the Tasmania Jack Jumpers 80-71 in Launceston.
National Radio News, produced by Charles Sturt University, the Community Radio Network, and supported by the Community Broadcasting Foundation.
Going on the air in 5, 4, 3, 2. Transmitting now.
The Brad and Kiara Show.
On Triple H 100.1 FM.
The next few moments, you are going to forget everything you ever learned about gravity.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
3, 2, 1.
I could do this with my eyes closed.
I'm back from the dead, from the back of my head. Been gone and facing horrors that should never be said. The wrath and the grit from the pit of despair. Been taking every whip and word, I've never been spared. They said tomorrow's never promised, honest. They said angels are among us. Lock me up in the maze. Turn out the light.
With my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes.
Less medications, less manifestations, mantras, meditation, throw it all away. All the places I've been, all the blood that I've bled, I've been broken down and beat up, but I still get ahead. All the faceless embraces and the tasteless two faces, killed and resurrected cause I'll never be dead. They say tomorrow's never promised, honest. Yeah, they say piranhas are among us. Lock me up in the maze. Turn out the lights. I was born, I was raised for this. Turn out the lights. Lock me up inside. Just throw away the key, don't worry about me. I was driving in my car, throwing up my hands, putting in close.
I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed.
And when the day broke, buried in violence, something made my mind up. I will spend these days as an island, alone and far away. Lock me up in the maze. Turn out the lights. I was born, I was raised for this. Turn out the lights. Lock me up inside. Just throw away the key, don't worry about me. I was driving in my car, throwing up my hands, putting in close.
I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed. Turn out the lights. I can do this with my eyes closed.
One of their better songs, if you ask me, with of course captures all different genres of music. Take that one, Imagine Dragons with Eyes Closed, as we step into our second hour and greet you as always. It is Ayubowan from Sydney, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Brad and Kiara Show. Coming up this hour too, we'll take you back into those movies that we were talking about. A Dog's Purpose through Box Office 30, as well as The Pursuit of Happiness. Two absolutely beautiful movies. We got more that we'll try to squeeze in as, of course, the show continues.
And I don't know what it is, but it feels like we have had some time where we were able to watch some TV this weekend and last weekend, which we previously probably didn't do for some reason.
Somebody falls asleep all the time, but anyway.
Now, luckily, it's not me. I'm not the person who falls asleep.
So, the professional cricketers get a little tired, you see, after a lot of, strenuous game of cricket and running and jumping and stopping balls and, batting. Oh, by the way, do you know, I was so tired towards the end in my innings, right?
Yes.
I was talking about.
Yes.
I tried to sweep one of the spinners and the ball hit the helmet. Luckily, it was a spinner. Otherwise, Brad Stevens would have been in hospital. But yeah, it was like a comedy of errors. Somehow, I did not lose the wicket, which was the most important thing. But anyway, continue with your story.
And the other thing I realized was that there's a bit of a business opportunity we've identified because of all of your aches and pains. I think, there really needs to be some sort of Ayurvedic spa that a Sri Lankan needs to open somewhere close by.
I'm telling you, that's
with a certain brand that's, very popular.
Yes,
I think
that.
there would be a lot of people who would, frequent that place because they have a lot of aches and pains.
Definitely something that I badly need. I'm, in fact, even now wearing one of those bandages because it is, hoping that I can bounce back and get that half century. But, ladies and gentlemen, Lankika Paranabithana, also known as Lankika Pereira, is going to be on the show next. She's going to tell us about the Colombo Uni event, which is due to happen next weekend right here in Sydney. Stick around for that update, but right now, time for more music.
If you're going to search for this song, make sure you type it as one word, no spaces, and all lowercase. Here is Coldplay with Feels Like Falling in Love.
I know that this could hurt me bad. I know that this could feel like that, but I just can't stop. That my defenses drop. I know that I was born to kill any angel on my windowsill, but it's so dark inside. I throw the windows wide. I know, la 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 la. I know, la 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 la. Still I don't let go. On fields of flowers grow. It feels like I'm falling in love, maybe for the first time. Baby,
the first release of their album Moon Music, Coldplay, ladies and gentlemen, feels like I'm falling in love with just over 2 weeks to go. And these guys expected here in Sydney. A lot of people in this part of the world are very, very excited. Some trying to find tickets. Some, of course, proudly, producing their tickets all around, as it's just going to be yet again one of those amazing experiences once they take the stage. Coldplay on the Brad and Kiara Show.
And right about now, we're going to give you an update on a great event that's due to happen on the 26th of October at the Epping Club. It's called the Colombo Night Met Gala 2024. And this event is organized by the University of Colombo Alumni Association of New South Wales.
Right now on the show, we got Lankika, and we asked her to tell us a bit about the association here in Sydney.
Hi, thanks, Brad. Yes, the University of Colombo Alumni Association New South Wales Incorporated is a Sydney-based alumni network program which tries to strengthen and engage fellow members here in Australia to support the University of Colombo mission.
That's Lankika Paranavithana from the University of Colombo Alumni Association, giving us a bit of an update on the association.
So continuing with our questions with Lankika this morning, we also asked her about the main focus of the association and connecting it with, of course, this grand event, the Colombo Night Met Gala. What is the purpose? What is the objective?
Yeah, so what we have been primarily focused is about giving some sustainable scholarship funds to financially struggling students. This Colombo Night Met Gala is an annual fundraising event which we try to support these financially struggling students through our sustainable scholarship program.
It's always a great feeling when you can give back to either your school or the place that you received your higher education from. So I suppose it is a fantastic feeling for everyone who's attended the University of Colombo for being a part of this event.
With just a week to go for this grand event, the Colombo Night Met Gala 2024 at the Epping Club here in Sydney, Australia, we asked Lankika to give us more details.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking. So it's fixed for the 26th of October, a Saturday from 6:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at the Epping Club here in Sydney. So we have some exciting and excellent entertainment coming on our way. Electric Dreamers hitting the beat, dances, some exotic dances, a 3-course dinner. So join us here for $140. It's totally worth it. Join us through trybooking.com. You can just hit Colombo Night Met Gala 2024 and there you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lankika, for all those details, and we wish you all the very best with the event and everything else you take part in the future.
If you missed out for more details, keep listening. We'll continue to play, of course, more clips connecting that event that is to happen on Saturday, the 26th of October, right here in Sydney, connecting, of course, the Colombo Night Met Gala 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Box Office 30.
If you're looking for a feel-good movie from 2017, this adventure comedy drama is probably for you. It covers themes of loyalty, grief, dysfunctional family over a series of reincarnations. This is A Dog's Purpose.
The Box Office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
Whenever life got Ethan down, I knew exactly what to do.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Go, Billy!
We played with that ball all afternoon. Ethan loved it. Sometimes he just needed a little nudge.
Oh, whoa!
Sorry. That was the dog. That wasn't me.
Okay, well, maybe you should teach your dog some manners.
We spent every day together. Were they fighting over food? No, nothing in there. As the years went by, I could tell my time with Ethan was coming to an end. Good boy, Bailey. Gonna miss you.
The Box Office 30. Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next?
Blue sky, you better throw a party on the day that I die.
What's next?
Underneath the starlight, we'll be lost in the rhythm so right.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara,
What's next?
There is no one who has performed as well as Chamari Adapatu in the last 18 months, be it for club, other franchises, or particularly for Sri Lanka. We had to get her, we wanted to get her, and the great news is Chamari really wanted to come back too. Hey, it's Trent Copeland, the General Manager of the Sydney Thunder on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey guys, I'm Chamari Atapatu on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Good morning, Sydney. If you just tuned in, this is the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM, and you're listening to the Sri Lankan Morning Show, which plays every single Saturday morning between 7 and 9.
And we've got all the details you need for any events that may happen around you, any Sri Lankan details that you need to know as well, and of course, great community initiatives that you need to be aware of.
If you want to add some details around that Sri Lankan event in Sydney, connect on our WhatsApp global line, +61 4791 883. This is the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Nalandians in Sydney is a community organisation founded in 1996. You can find us on our social media platforms or visit our website www.nalanda.com.au. This is Zihan Gunratna, President, Nalandians in Sydney on Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey Sydney, this is DJ Mass and I've got some exciting news for you. I'm going to be in Sydney this Saturday for the Candy DJ Remix Night. DJ Mass and friends, we're going to join a massive group for a huge party in Glebe and you don't want to miss it. So make sure to be there. Once again, Candy Remix Night. I'll see you guys there, Sydney, this Saturday. DJ Mass.
Hey guys, this is DJ Mass and you are listening to Brad and Kiara.
We hear about it, but Singo's Meats does something about it. Singo is easing the cost of living by filling fridges, freezers and bellies with sliced grain-fed Black Angus boneless sirloin, just $28.99 a kilo. 3 kilos of Aussie tiger prawns, $60 a box. Extra large satay chicken kebabs, $1 each. And chicken breast fillets, only $7.99 a kilo. Singo's Meats, Barara Shopping Village, Triple H station sponsor.
Backtrack 2000.
Under a lover's sky, gonna be with you, and no one's gonna be around. If you think that you won't fall, well, just wait till the sun goes down. Underneath the starlight,
Probably one of her biggest songs. It's Leanne Rimes on the Brad and Kiara show from the year 2000 on Backtrack. If you just tuned in, good morning to you. She's, of course, a judge these days on one of the reality TV shows and making, of course, a few headlines. But what's your biggest Leanne Rimes song?
My favorite is this song called I Need You, but I think she's most popular for a song called How Do I Live? Which,
that's the one from Kanye, is it?
Actually, interesting fact, she sang the original of that song, but the version that's on the movie is not her song.
Say that again. It's not Leanne Rimes?
It's not Leanne Rimes. It's
Are you
Trisha.
sure?
Yes, it's a second version sung by Trisha Yearwood that's in the movie.
Oh.
Because she was only 14 years old when she sang the song.
Why did that happen? This is a moment. I've been saying this for the last 20 years. Goodness gracious. How did I get that all wrong?
Yes.
Okay, let's do a little bit of fact checking here. This is a serious problematical situation, but anyway, that's Leanne Rimes with Can't Find the Moonlight for sure. That's her singing that song. If you just tuned in, guys, warmer temperatures are slowly but surely coming into the Australian airspace, so to put it, which is also bringing a lot of flies.
Oh my gosh. And the size of them is, I think, the biggest problem.
This is a problem while fielding. Now I need to fix like a little fan on my hat.
One of those things, where they wear when they go out in the bush, with that.
That might also help, one of those bee protectors. With I'm telling you, it's just annoying. It's not even summer.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of flies. I hope that doesn't turn into mosquitoes, which is going to be a disaster.
Yes.
But of course, just like the negative side of things, now the mango trays are on sale back in the malls. I know for people in Sri Lanka, like, but then the company.
What's the big deal?
You have to wait for during the winter periods, nothing. You can pay about that. But it'll be about $5 to $10 one mango. So now the trays are there, and especially when they can't sell all the trays, suddenly the price is reduced. And that's when Brad Stevens is there with
and
a
then
couple
we
of
all
trays.
have to have every meal is like a mango.
Doesn't matter, no. When you have it, you got to use it. Life gives you
mangoes.
Yes, then that's what you have to do with it. If you just tuned in, good morning to you. This is the Brad and Kiara show. Next on the show, we got more highlights connecting the Friendship Cup, which concluded here in Sydney. And next on the show, we got the secretary from the DSN Anake College, or the Black and Gold of Sydney. That is Ranga Thotaheva, as well as live via in the Sri Lankan community, Ash Guruge from Nalanda College. He too will, of course, be on the show. But right now, time for more music.
She moves like lightning, and she counts to 3. Then she turns out all the lights and says she's coming for me. Now put your hands up, this is a heist. And there's no one in here living gonna make it out alive. Load it up when the sun comes down. Getaway car for 2 young lovers. Me and the girl straight out of town. Over the hills and undercover, undercover, undercover. She said, green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. We go together, Adam and Eve. But the girl is so much more than just another apple thief. Yeah, she's a genius. Watch and learn. Now she sets the world on fire just to watch the sucker burn. Load it up when the sun comes down. Getaway car for 2 young lovers. Me and the girl straight out of town. Over the hills and undercover, undercover, undercover. She said, green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. Throw a party, yeah. Throw a party on the day that I die. Throw a party, babe. Throw a party on the day that I die. Load it up when the sun comes down. Getaway car for 2 young lovers. Me and the girl straight out of town. Over the hills and undercover, undercover, undercover. She said, green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die.
Talk about those blue skies, ladies and gentlemen, connecting St. Joseph's College right about now as we got to remind you about the upcoming Josephine event here in Sydney. It is the annual Christmas event, which is, of course, one of the most popular events in Sydney. The Christmas carols and social, together with, of course, the music and all the dancing that happens on Saturday, the 30th of November from 6 p.m. onwards at the Thornley Community Centre. If you haven't got your passes, get them now. Connect with the OBU of St. Joseph's College here in Sydney, Australia. Speak to the committee, or, of course, you can connect with the Brad and Kiara show. So we are very much connected to the old Joes here in Sydney, and we would love to see you. That event is always covered by the Brad and Kiara show, as it is one of the most wanted events. So make sure you get your tickets before it's too late. The old Joes Christmas Carol, Social and Dance on Saturday, the 30th of November 2024 from 6 p.m. onwards in Thornley, Sydney, Australia.
And speaking of events, there's another one that we attended that we want to give you more details on. Right now, here's more information from the Friendship Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Ranga Totaheva, who is the Secretary of the Black and Gold of Sydney, that is the DSN Anarchy College OBU, as well as Ash Guruge from the Nalanda College OBU, who also was part of that playing 11.
Sydney's Most Wanted, the Brad and Kiara Show. Highlights from another great community event.
Hi guys, my name is Ranga Totaheva. I'm the Secretary of the Black and Gold of New South Wales, Sydney, also known as the DSOBA in Sydney, on the Brad and Kiara Show. It's a great feeling. We have been participating for the last couple of years. This time we had some success, so we are very positive about the outcome.
It's a great pleasure to join again the Friendship Cup in 2024 again. And this time I think like more than 11 teams participating in the event, and good weather to play cricket today. And it's really enjoying at the moment. Hi, I'm Ash Guruge. I'm representing Nalanda College for the Friendship Cup this year. And it's really nice to give a voice cut again for the Brad and Kiara show. We always listen to the great radio show on Saturday.
Sydney's Most Wanted, the Brad and Kiara Show. Highlights from another great community event.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Ash Guruge from Nalanda College and Ranga Totaheva, who is the Secretary of the Black and Gold of Sydney, is going to be on the show to give us more details about the DSN Anarchy College, OBU, or the Black and Gold of Sydney. That's, of course, in the weeks to come. If you just tuned in, good morning to you. This is the Brad and Kiara Show.
In case you were wondering why this movie is spelt with a Y for The Pursuit of Happiness, it's because the character in the movie, Chris Gardner, who is a real person, he states that the Y in happiness represents you, and that's what makes you happy.
The Box Office 30 invites you into another clip from this beautiful movie.
The Box Office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
Let's see if I can find you an application for our internship.
Did Mom leave because of me?
Mom left because of Mom, and you didn't have anything to do with that. There's no salary. No. I was not aware of that. My circumstances have changed some.
Dad, where are we going?
I don't know. Last year, we had an intern score on 90% on the written exam. He wasn't chosen. It's not a simple pass-fail.
You're not quitting on us yet, are you?
The Box Office 30. Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next?
I'm always ready. I won't let you out of my sight.
What's next?
Science of the silence, speak to me.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next?
And now,
The sound of Sri Lanka. This is the Brad and Kiara Show.
Taking music from Sri Lanka and making sure that they go global. Right now, we talk to Jitendra. He's based in Sri Lanka, and I've fallen in love with his song. So we thought of getting him on the show so that you get to know more about this musical genius.
Hi, I'm Jitendra, the artist behind the Odyssey. My musical journey started with the Mary Ann Singers, and over the years, I've evolved into creating progressive rock with a blend of emotion and depth. The Odyssey has always been about the journey, and I'm excited for what's to come. I'm thrilled to be back, releasing new music, starting with my latest single, The Science of Silence. Hope you enjoy.
And in order for you to just do that, here's the man himself with, of course, his song, The Science of Silence.
Hey guys, good morning. I'm Jitendra from the Odyssey, and this is my new single, The Science of Silence, right here on the Brad and Kiara Show. Your home for the best Sri Lankan songs.
Look into the window. how it is. Just try to hold on and we will move on. Signs of the silence speak to me. The words can be the same. The light across the stars, the reverie helps overlook the pain. The crack upon the walls of mystery, just hold up to rain. You keep this walk eternity, just hoping for a change. Just hoping for a striving for the light. The fiat world of light I live in every day. In every day. Signs of the silence speak to me. The words can be the same. The light across the stars, the reverie helps overlook the pain. The crack upon the walls of mystery, just hold up to rain. You keep this walk eternity, just hoping for a change. Just hoping for a seeing my idea. We're all better off. Seeing my idea. We're all better off. Seeing my idea.
Hey guys, good morning. I'm Jitendra from the Odyssey, and this is my new single, The Science of Silence, right here on the Brad and Kiara Show, your home for the best Sri Lankan songs. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at the Odyssey Music, and my latest single, The Science of Silence, is available on all major streaming platforms, including Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Tidal, and all social media platforms. Be sure to check it out and let me know what you think. Thank you.
Sound of Sri Lanka. This is the Brad and Kiara Show.
Sri Lankan stars listening in, you too can get your music right here through the sound of Sri Lanka. And of course, get those songs to go global. Thank you very much, Jitendra, the man behind the Odyssey, ladies and gentlemen. The Science of Silence. He kind of has that vibe towards a bit of Vertical Horizon, a bit of Coldplay mixed in there. It sounds rich, it sounds good, and I'm excited about, of course, this sound, which surely is going to go the distance. Jitendra, keep up the good work, and as you heard him, you can, of course, follow this young man and his music on various platforms, as well as the Brad and Kiara Show.
+6147 919 1883 is the WhatsApp global line. If you know of any fantastic artists that you think would be a great fit to be featured on the show, We'd love to hear from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey, it's Emelisa and Sarah from Like Angels, and you're listening to the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
Is your kitchen looking dreary? Does the idea of renovating your kitchen fill you with dread? Well, our mum and dad can help you. Their business, Sensational Kitchens, has been helping people like you design and build the most sensational kitchens you could imagine since 2017. You should go visit them at the showroom at 987 Pacific Highway, Pymble, or check out the website sensationalkitchen.com.au and book in a free in-home design consultation. Sensational Kitchens, turning dream kitchens into reality since 2017. Triple H station sponsor.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? My name is Sashenka. Ayubo one to you. I'm Shanik. We host the #1 kids radio show, Kids Power Play, every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. right here on Triple H. So remember to tune in and be a part of our most wanted radio show, a show done by kids for kids.
The best kids radio show, Kids Power Play.
What a wonderful day!
The Brad and Kiara Show, now playing on your radio.
Soon.
Exploring beautiful Sri Lanka, magical Sri Lanka. Discover paradise.
Good morning, Hornsby and Karinga.
I'm Attila.
And I'm Zay.
And we're from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
And this is the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
And Sri Lanka is our favorite country that we have been to.
Ella, Kandy, Sigiriya, Marissa Beach, and Colombo.
From the beaches to the mountains and everything in between, it is an incredible country to explore and the very diverse landscapes from all around. I'm Attila.
And I'm Zay.
And we're from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
And we run a travel channel on YouTube called Attila and Zay.
Soon.
Exploring the very best of beautiful Sri Lanka, magical Sri Lanka.
Ladies and gentlemen. Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hi everyone, I'm Shihara Vimalaratna, President of the Past Pupils Association of Holy Family Convent, Bambalapitiya. Get to know more about HFC PPA in Sri Lanka right here on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey Sydney, this is DJ Mass and I've got some exciting news for you. I'm gonna be in Sydney this Saturday for the Candy DJ Remix Night. DJ Mass and friends, we're gonna join a massive group for a huge party in Glebe and you don't want to miss it. So make sure to be there. Once again, Candy Remix Night. I'll see you guys there, Sydney, this Saturday. DJ Mass.
Hey guys, this is DJ Mass, and you are listening to Brad and Kiara.
It's been, of course, interesting over the last few days. Some really good headlines coming out connecting the world of sports. Mahela Jayawardene has, of course, been reassigned as that coach of the Mumbai Indians.
Yep.
He did a fantastic job, and now I think the Mumbai Indians want another series. As a result, they've got, of course, gone back to the maestro. Let's wait and see as to how things unfold in the weeks to come. Now, we also need to talk about Camidu Mendes, who has been exceptional, plus the Women's World Cup. We'll talk about that as well as the show continues.
And more great stuff coming your way. Some interesting stories and personal experiences we will share with you as well. You're listening to the Brad and Kiara Show.
With summer around the corner and my cricketing skills, or at least the exercise, I'm feeling more and more like, David Hasselhoff back in the 90s, doing that run with, of course, his fabulous good-looking team. Cut the others out. I feel like him with that red color little floating device, whatever it is. Oh yeah, sing it with me. You can picture Brad Stevens doing that run. Oh yes, take this one as we go right into that great TV series from back in the day.
Some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light. Some people need to help somebody when the edge of surrender's inside. Don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. 'Cause I'm always ready, I won't let you out of my sight.
said that you feel like David Hasselhoff, these days, and the song obviously now
I've been told that by a lot of people who even come for the matches. You see, people are like, sure.
I think it's great that you feel like David Hasselhoff.
It's the confidence that counts at the end of the day,
But
you see?
to save everybody from the trauma. I think what we need to make sure is you don't dress like him in the song. So, not the red board shorts and stuff like that.
I can do that. I can actually do that.
Maybe not.
But of course, the idea here is to remind you that if you're close to a beach, head down. Make, of course, the best of this good weather that you may be enjoying. Hopefully, it's not pouring wherever you are. But at the end of the day, heading down to a beach over the weekend is something that we need to do. We haven't done it for a while.
Yes.
This weekend has been just crazy with too many things happening. So hopefully, in the weeks leading up to Christmas, we will make it a regular activity. That's to do the David Hasselhoff run by the beach. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take you back into that Friendship Cup. And right now, we got the main organizer, Lasat Karandeni from the Richmond Mahinda OBA, right here, right now on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Stand by. Sydney's Most Wanted, the Brad and Kiara Show. Highlights from another great community event.
Yeah, Brad, this is the fourth year that we are hosting this event. Great feeling being organizers, Richmond Mahinda All Boys Association, putting this format together to bring all the Sri Lankan cricket lovers together. And it's fantastic feeling for us. I think support we get from Brad and Kiara Show is amazing. Hey, this is Lasat. We are the main organizers for Friendship Cup, organized by Richmond Mahinda OBA. And we're going to have this event annually. Hope to bring more crowd together, more families together, and we'll have a fantastic tournament going ahead. On the Brad and Kiara Show, we are going to have this event annually. So please stay tuned with Brad and Kiara Show. Thank you.
Stand by. Sydney's Most Wanted, the Brad and Kiara Show. Highlights from another great community event.
Indeed, an absolute honor to have, of course, the main organizer from the Friendship Cup 2024, which concluded a few weeks back here in Sydney, in Penrith. It was a fantastic affair where, of course, even Cricket Australia was present. Michael Hennessy, who celebrates his birthday today, was at, of course, that great event together with his team from Sydney Thunder, who were behind this event. And I'm told next year, as you heard it from Lasat, it's going to be bigger, better, and your chance to, of course, get all the details, as always, exclusively on the Brad and Kiara Show. Lasat, thanks a lot for giving us access, and it has been an absolute treat to be a part of the Friendship Cup 2024, as, of course, the Sri Lankan radio show coming out of Sydney, going all around the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Nalandians in Sydney is a community organization founded in 1996. You can find us on our social media platforms or visit our website www.nalanda.com.au. This is Zihan Gunratna, President, Nalandians in Sydney, on Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show. From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Hi guys, I'm Kalinga Vijayawardena, the President of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. On the Brad and Kiara Show, we are having a dinner dance on the 19th of October 2024 at the Waterview at the Sydney Olympic Park. It's a Saturday and all are welcome, and the flyer is on eLanka and I will be distributing it widely. So we have a band from Melbourne, Ebony, coming here to play, plus Alston Cock, who Sri Lankans of a certain vintage will know has been the only Sri Lankan singer who has reached the level of a superstar and has got several gold records, which is $1 million selling records. He'll be performing at our dance. So please keep that date free, 19th of October 2024, and please come and support us. Keep listening to Brad and Kiara for more details, because I'll be releasing some more exciting news about that event. I'm Kalinga Vijayawardena, the President of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
And that's another event that we are hoping to be a part of this weekend here in Sydney. Should be, of course, one of those glamorous events, and it should be a good one. We got details connecting so many other events in, of course, the weeks to follow. Make sure you keep listening to the Brad and Kiara Show. And if you've got any great community gatherings, especially in Sydney and, of course, other parts of the world, connect on our WhatsApp global line +61 4791 91883.
And of course, if there's anything else that you want to share, we'd love to hear about it as well. We love talking about all the great things that are happening around us, and of course, people who are doing fantastic things for the community. So make sure you keep connected.
Now it's time for us to say a big thank you to these individuals who made time for us today on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to thank, of course, David Razaya from Trek for Ceylon. We're hoping to get him on the show in the days to come. Stick around for that update. We also need to say a big thank you to Trent Copeland from Sydney Thunder. He's, of course, behind promoting Chamari Atapattu's arrival for Sydney Thunder. We are looking forward to that as well. Kalinga Vijayawardena, whom you just heard, thank you very much. Very much connecting, of course, the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales and that big event with Ebony, Alston Cock, and so many other big headlines this weekend here in Sydney. Chef Vinura De Silva, that's Chef Vinny from the Hunter region, took us, of course, around his Sri Lankan food experience, which was just beautiful. Lankika Paranavithana Pereira gave us details connecting the Colombo Met Gala, an event to happen next weekend. Then from connecting the Friendship Cup, we heard from Sean Gunasekara, Captain St. Thomas's, Yehan Gunaratna, who's the president of Nalanda College OBU here in Sydney, Australia, Ranga, who is the secretary of the Black and Gold in Sydney, Ash Guruge from Nalanda College, who was part of that team. We also heard from Jitendra, who was featured through the Sound of Sri Lanka, The Odyssey, and his song, The Science of Silence. We also need to say a big thank you, one more from the Friendship Cup, Lasata Karandenia, the main organizer from the Richmond Mahinda OBA. Thank you so much once again for making time for us, giving us access, and we are looking forward to the next big event connecting the Friendship Cup for next year, 2025. Thank you as always to you as well for listening to us, making time for us, and catching us on various channels. That's of course how the Brad and Kiara show is reachable. We go global, all around the world, on a lot of platforms. No matter which one you are catching us from, thank you very much for making the time and effort to tune in, to log in and listen to this show.
And as we wrap things up on the show, we wish you all the very best for the upcoming week. We will talk to you again next weekend. Until then, take care and stay safe.
As always, say it with me, Jaya Veva. May it be a brilliant weekend, a fabulous week to follow. Until next weekend, it's goodbye, God bless from the Brad and Kiara show. Leave you with another song that's ruling radio charts all around the world.
I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while. Lost in the words that we scream. I don't even wanna do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and our love's the only war worth fighting for. Wherever you to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.
Many of our countrymen and women, and even our young ones, are carers. They spend their time caring for a loved one or a friend who has a condition that requires ongoing assistance. They don't ask for help, they just get on with it. But what happens when their carer is the one who needs help? This National Carers Week, find out more about the role of unpaid carers, including how you or someone you know can get support. Go to carersweek.com.au.
This is your Triple H News Update, proudly brought to you from the studios of National Radio News.
National Radio News.
Good morning, I'm Rebecca Watsko. A top Hamas official has given the group's first official confirmation of the killing of its leader, Yahya Sinwar, by Israel. The BBC's Yolan Nell is in Jerusalem.
In his final moments, the wounded Hamas fighter seated in the ruins wasn't recognised. It was only later that soldiers found they'd killed Israel's #1 enemy, Yahya Sinwar, taking a final swipe at their drone. The Hamas leader was the mastermind of the 7th of October attacks, Israel's deadliest ever day. And Israeli security chiefs saw this as settling a score. But it's clear that the fighting goes on. The Prime Minister said Hamas needed